Evening all, how we doing? Oh, did I manage to salvage that? I realise I kind of screwed up my sense of time there. I got distracted. As happens. I was just getting distracted again because previously I was talking to my missus. Now my cat is staring at me. That's kind of distracting as well. Anyway, hope you're all doing well. Happy Thursday. I did wonder if the Fallout Day stream today might require some video making and stuff, but I'm not terribly surprised that it really doesn't. Not exactly the most exciting of events, that one. What I'd call the most productive hour or so of my, my day. Oh well, what can you do? This is it. I've covered everything about the Fallout update that's coming in December already, and they're not sharing any new news about it, and there's a couple of other bits and pieces, but like, not very exciting, so... Oh well, we'll go into that tomorrow. Anyway, today, we are going to look at The Last Caretaker again, because I got quite into that yesterday, really enjoying it. Courtesy of Channel 37, I should probably remind again, this is technically sort of kind of sponsored, in that they gave me a free copy of the game, which I do appreciate. But check it out a little bit more. We woke up as a robot in some kind of facility, anyway, on a flooded planet Earth, and charged ourselves up and got the boat that we found in the dock up and running, and prepared some materials to craft stuff with, solar panels and the like, in order to get the boat running, or keep the boat running, and crafted a gun that is probably not going to carry us very, very far, but we have something vaguely resembling a means of defending ourselves, so we're going to jump back in and push off and have a look at a few more bits. I've re-reviewed the pre-release package I was sent by Channel 37 regarding what I can show you and so on and so forth, and how much time I'm allowed to spend on it and stuff ahead of the embargo coming, lifting just before launch, and we're okay for now, unless I've completely misunderstood it, in which case that would be a reasonable misunderstanding, I think, but I don't think I have. Anyway, yeah, we'll dive back into it. How are you feeling? Evening, Preston. How you doing? That's still catching. Yes, I did watch the thoroughly disappointing Fallout Day stream. I will go over it in a video tomorrow, probably, but there's not enough there to make it worth going over tonight, to say the least. If there was something huge in it, I would have postponed tonight and jumped into that, but there wasn't, so a whole lot of stuff I've already covered, really. But that'll be fine. It'll be something to do tomorrow on it. So, let's... where is it? There it is. It's right in front of me. Find that icon and get this game going, shall we? What's got going on over there? Okay. Enjoying the Resident Evil 3 remake. Nice feeling. I'm glad you're enjoying it. It was sufficiently long ago that I don't remember much about it, other than like a few images, so I should probably play it again at some point. That was my first ever time playing Resident Evil 3, so I never played the original of 3. I vaguely remember it coming out. I also vaguely remember I was in a transitional phase of my life at that point in time, and for numerous reasons, it didn't happen. As I said, I thoroughly enjoyed 2, though. But I did enjoy playing the remake of 3. I don't know how much it reflected the original, because I don't have a frame of reference for that, but I did enjoy it. It felt short, though, even compared to like other Resident Evil games, which are not long, but still. Anyway, Last Caretaker. You okay there, kitty cat? You are giving me some serious eyeballing. You're fine, aren't you? You're just being weird. Okay. She do that. I had curry for dinner, and cat climbed up to attempt to stick her nose into my plate and got firmly told off for doing that. Partly because, no, I don't want her doing that, and partly because if she starts eating curry, well, she tried that once before and she wasn't happy, unsurprisingly. Right, shall we? There we are. Oop. The transition wasn't very gentle, was it? Get that? That's fine. There was a bell tower battle that was cut from the remake. No idea. So I haven't actually played the remake since we actually did the stream of it, so I'll have to give it another look. I had a look at the remake of Resident Evil 2 at one point. And obviously we played 4. Yeah, I think how close I came to blowing myself up if I'd hit that mine. There's another one there. This is where the third-person ship navigation comes in quite handy, because if I hit that, I feel like I'm going to be in trouble. That's where we started out, isn't it? And we kind of sailed past whatever the heck that is. So we have to go here first. Find and restore the power and reactivate the navigational relay. Geronimo? Oh, made it all the way over. I was trying to get a bit closer than that, but we'll see how we do, I guess. Well, I'm not terribly surprised that failed. That one sank. Oh no, wait, there he is. He's floating. Weirdly, chucked a bunch of metal stuff in there and in the water, and it floats, not sinks. Which, with an empty barrel like this, you might expect that, but with a like an iron girder was one of the things. Oh, hell. Hello, we got trouble. Right. It's like an iron girder or something. Some tech scraps, some trouble there. Please make it. Yes, you did make it. Cool. Arm's not going, no, is it? Nope, close, but not quite. Alright, so I need to restore power here. Easier said than done. Well, that looks like it functions. So we're going to start here, aren't we? Okay. Let there be light. Should be that fine. So we've got a health and a saving station. It's gone into night and there's no batteries, so surprisingly. It's gone dark. So we're going to need some power to that before I can get very far. Christ. Some more cables, which is helpful. There's a small battery. Oh good, I can wire things up with that. Cool. That's not the button I wanted really. Here's the plan. Temporarily, what we're going to do, let's put that there. Now I'm going to grab this. It's not going the way I wanted to. What I really want to do is craft a junction. I think would help. I might have to go back to the boat to do that for now. Interesting things in the water though that I don't really fully understand yet. So we're suffering from abandoned ships. Less ships, I think, although I don't know at this point. More like remains of buildings sticking up above the ocean and other facilities that have been built on top of on the oceans like this. Ooh, what I'd have that. Apparently they're okay with the in the water. Are they okay with getting up here though? Hopefully not. Right. I think I'm okay while I'm on here. Better than I thought it might. That didn't. It's a small diesel container. I kind of don't want that down here, really, do I? Go over here with my other small diesel containers. It's fine. Oop. Very dark. I am out on the ocean at night, so I suppose that's not really surprising. Right. I need is a cable extender. Hopefully I can get this done without too many problems. Right. I think I'm doing better now. I think I'm out of charge now, so okay, great. That didn't go the way I wanted it to. Have a cable extender in here. What went wrong there? I don't really know. Not really sure how that's supposed to work. I had one and I accidentally scrapped it. Now I don't have one, which is... I'd call that suboptimal. What I'm going to do first. That. Theory is that'll temporarily drive the nasty horrible bugs away. Just seems to have done. They seem to be either killing themselves or just generally dying, so not sure which is the case here. Right. So let's try again and attempt to rectify the situation. Whew, thought I'd screwed that then, but I'm okay. You're down in the sunlight, so it would seem, yeah. Oh, sometimes that helps. Right. Right. Cool. Right. That wasn't quite what I had in mind. Already. Interesting. So I can't set that up to charge. Okay. Go like that for now. I thought that might solve a problem, but it didn't solve a problem. That's fine. We live and we learn. Probably anyway. Charge my gun a minute. Charge myself as well in a minute. See how we do. So as I understand it, the end goal here is to grow new humans and ship them off into space or something like that. It's a bit early for really having a full grasp on that. It did kind of attempt to explain itself, but it was also a little bit unclear. No, it definitely doesn't appear to be much. We've got options for now. I'll figure it out, Adam. What's that gun doing? Slowly ticking up, isn't it? Not a fast charge, but I guess there's not a great deal of power coming in from a single solar panel either. New control room. Myself a quick top up there. I don't like there's enough to actually gain anything, really. No. Okay, we'll learn. Okay. Now, the thing I want to look at is what may or may not be around here. Oh, hello. If I find myself any advantages before I get myself into a situation. Right. What about up there? Interesting. I'm hoping to spot is that seems to be the only way to bring power inside the building. Fine. Oh god, not more of that goop. That's not good. It's fine, but also inconvenient. Yeah, okay, I think we can work with this. I can't do anything there. Not the end of the world. Scamper down the ladder. Yeah, not long now, a couple of weeks. The 6th of November, I believe, is when this is the release date, or the early access release date, I should say. You gonna make the jump? Yes! Wasn't sure I could throw in that far enough then. So we're gonna need to repair some more of these and get these up and running, are we? Otherwise, we're not gonna have enough power, I don't think. I'd like to pick the whole thing up and move it, but I don't think I can. Wonderful. So. I don't know. I'd like to destroy that, but at the same time, I think it just comes back, so... Let's see. Oh, we got trouble. Don't have to dismantle the connectors, pick up both cables and the connector will auto disconnect. Not sure I follow you there. And you gonna stay zapped? You are wonderful. Now, if you'll do the same. It might, actually. That's cool. More plastic than the car. Okay, let's try that, shall we? We're learning things. Sure, that's getting me scraps, which is not helpful actually. I need processed. No. I wanted to move the cable extender though, and it wouldn't let me do that. That was my problem. I'll just scrap some stuff down. Let's turn that off. Wasting power. Let's get rid of all of this stuff that I don't actually want right now. Oh. That problem's going there as well, but I don't know. Nice. That's doing that. Let's have a look what else we can get. Need to learn that cost. Small battery. That's what we had out there, wasn't it? I think I need bigger batteries than that, really. Priority. Ooh, flavor pistol. I'll hold off on that. Because I don't really want to waste those skill points until I know what I need. For right now. So I think I will go for... 5 points there. And there. Being like that, is it? Little buggy, but we kind of expect this point. There we go. And I want to put 5 more on the battery, I think. No, I actually did okay that time, right. Right. Cool. I F that up a little bit, that's fine. Just seen how much energy I don't actually have. I'm probably good for my current scheme. It is. Right. Cable extender. Bang one of those there. Yeah. Cool. So, that looks a bit more promising. I have no idea, to be honest, Dirk. I'm going to go with yes. We do have to stop before then because I don't know what that is, and it's not mentioned in the information I have. So yes, I probably have to stop before I get that far. I've got here and a couple of other locations I can check out as well after this, and that's as far as I can get until the embargo lifts. There's also a time limit as well. Looks like it's progress. My hunch is I will have to continue. Inside. Use the mooring cable to get closer to the platform. I'll have to look into that. Good shout. I do vaguely recall mention of that, but over a tannoy system that was kind of shouting at me while I was trying to think about 3 dozen other things. So. Especially when streaming, not the most efficient way of doing things. So Alright. I don't really have a means of destroying those, I don't think, right now. So I've got power here, but I can't open the door right now. Which is interesting. Oh wait, I can do it from the inside, I see. That makes slightly more sense. Still can't do that. Presumably need power over there to do that. Couple of thoughts on that front. Relay control room. I'm out of power now. Okay, so let's do a couple of things right now. Charge my cells slowly, hopefully. Yep, that's working. The bugs are still not coming after me. Guessing the control room's up there somewhere. I think I saw it before, but I'm not sure. Well, poke stuff with a stick until something happens. Can't imagine what could go wrong there. It could be a little more efficient now. Yes, that is a little bit more efficient. Wonderful. I think I'll need to connect back over there, actually. So that I can turn power onto the building as a whole, I think. Not gaining a vast amount of power right now, am I? It's slowly ticking up, but not fast. Yeah, but that then drains the boat, which I don't really want to do, and then find myself stranded. Which may or may not happen, but I have concerns about doing that. This is going to run out entirely in a moment anyway, and it's, I don't think I'm going to have much choice. Still. Not much point in doing that at night because it won't provide any power anyway. Right. Look at a thing. Oh, there's that as well, isn't there? So we'll have to dip into the boat's power supply. Just going to try and figure out these mooring things, wasn't I? Ring cable not found. Okay. May have been the wrong mooring cable, but hey, whatever works. Boat gonna drift off? Yes, it is, because it's not currently anchored, so it'll pull back to the anchor point, won't it? I'm figuring things out. Makes sense. If I go in here. Anchor off. Pray I haven't screwed this idea up. Right. Not quite sure exactly how those are supposed to work, but whatever. Like attaching them to the boat would be a more sensible idea, but now that's there. So, if the crazy plan works, could just detach that and leave the boat here. Should stay there. We do have this issue right now. They're going to stay away from the boat, aren't they? Fine. Okay. Yeah, not sure how one should attach those. Oh, well, whatever. We'll figure something out eventually. Maybe. Right, I need some juice. Just to find myself in a spot of bother. Just push the in, take it directly. Okay, interact with it directly. Cool. I hadn't even spotted the anchor button prior to just then, anyway. So that's cool. Something is bothering my finger there. Didn't take very long at all, did it? Might as well heal up while I'm here as well. Looking at that. Right button. Wonderful. Right. So top up my gun while I think about it, couldn't I? So my next question is just how much have I drained out of the boat, and also what are those things that look alarming? Oh, I see. Cool. Okay, 4 AM, fine. Sun will be up any moment. Cool. Things are flinging themselves around like crazy. Reminds me of something, this, but I can't think what. Jesus Christ. Cat just took a swipe at my toe. Fortunately, I'm wearing slippers, but... Did make me jump a little. What are you doing, you little troublemaker? Hmm? Stretching and being a nuisance, that's what she's doing. Bit of a breeze out there. It's a bit choppy, isn't it? Whatever that is, it's getting closer. It's an ominous colour. Let's see, it's about food time. Excellent. Oh dear, no, yeah. So if I do that for now, there'll be light. Now I can open that door. Let's get this out and see if this goop monster can be dealt with before it kills me this time. Because last time I ran into one of these things, it didn't go well for me. Oh, dark. Went better that time, though. I'll leave you to it. My hunch. So I need to get in here. I need more power. May not be the control room I need to get to. But so the battery's flat again. Eats power. That thing's already filled up again. Well, it didn't work, did it? Right. It's not a very efficient means of dealing with the problem. But it sort of worked. So sort of encumbered a little bit now. Interesting. So not as helpful as I was hoping. Right. So I guess we're going to have to run cables from there up here, aren't we? Somehow. It's not really optimal. So I wonder if this idea will work. No, I do not have enough cables. That sucks balls. What sucks even more balls is that I don't think that this master plan's going to work either. Don't think I can just connect these together. Nope. That didn't work either. Just scrap this for now. So that doesn't work either. Right, okay. That also sucks. Several ideas, and I don't have a great deal of faith in any of them. Gaff! Alright. So I suspect, okay. Right. Once that has crafted, okay, I'm going to need a lot more cable than I thought. Also sucks a little, but now I did not ask the cable to go that way. So what I would like to do is have it run that way. Save me some hassle. Especially as it's running through here and it really shouldn't be. If that's going to do the job, probably not. Hey, it does do the job. Wonderful. Right. Okay. Get that to myself. It's not going the way I wanted it to. Still would rather be able to pick that up and move it so it's over like here and not being as long, but... Eco ID required, okay. This might be what I need. Interesting. Turn off run just diesel or just electric. Yeah, I did notice that on the engines. I kind of figured that out by virtue of the fact we have both. Quite the same thing, I suppose, but still. Right, well, I'll stay out of there for now. Wonderful. I'll close that, then they don't come after me when I'm not looking. Now, apparently, we don't have enough power anymore. Seems a bit sus if you ask me, but okay. Also, there's pretty solar panels on the roof of the bridge there, and I don't know if they actually work. Because the game also asked me to build my own, which seems like a bit of a weird thing to do when there's already a bunch of them up here. Still. There's some stuff that I don't need from here. There's a button for all trash, isn't there? F, yeah. On we go. Rather on the cucumber side again, aren't I? Right. So, what have I got lots of that I should probably reduce the lots of I have? Copper. The weights on some of these, well, that might not be a bad idea. I think I might hit the wrong button there. Did. Cool. It's my pile of currently unused stuff. How did I select the gun to charge it? I had the cable and there was a button for it, the prompt that came up. F, I think it was. You can pull the gun out and do it that way as well, but if you don't want to, it's slightly more efficient to not have to do that. Right. So, insufficient power. Let's have a look at what was in the basement, because there was something down there that I couldn't see in the dark. That's what this was in aid of. Not quite what I was hoping for there, but... Ooh, nades, interesting. Not sure what the heck I just picked up there that I didn't really want to pick up, but okay. I'll worry about that later. Everything else, it's a problem for future me. Didn't quite mean to do that. That's fortunate. What's that? Oh, an electric engine turned. Okay. Blue now. I'll deal with that in a bit as well. Can't get in there. Level 3 security or something. Level security clearance I have, but obviously not that one. And again, I'm out of power eyes, so I really don't want to go in there. Need a data cable, okay. Right. Chat. Oh, we should have brought the thing back. Oh, well, whatever. After all that. Trust me so while I'm here. Yeah, there you go. Connect electric pistol F. Ah, we don't need it out to do. If I do, I can then see the ammo counter going up. But then it's also indicated in the hotbar in the corner as well. And also the power will switch off when it's full anyway. Ah. Right.
Communication relay is damaged. Repair it, recharge the relay, and let the beacon speak again.
Wonderful. Bonk. It's recharging slowly, apparently. Something's damaged. The communications relay. I'm guessing is up on the roof. Just a hint, hunch, thing, words. That one okay. So did that. As I don't become the next one of those, I'll be fine. Is this a good time to mention that I don't like heights? So it seems like a good time to mention it. Hi. the ground that goes. Yeah, there is a small point that the bit in between those two things, the height and the ground, is also not really very much fun. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's more fun than the ground is, but still. Seem to be accelerating as I'm climbing down this ladder, which is slightly worrying. Right. That's that repaired. Got no use, but yeah, once that's charged up, we should be good. Theoretically. Still can't craft the batteries that I would like to be able to craft. The big ones that we had back where we started out. And apparently these are non-rechargeable, so it would seem. It's a bit weird, but kind of wondering if I could use this and actually rest, which is why I put it on board in the first place, but it doesn't seem to work like that. It's unfortunate, isn't it? So what are the independent engine controls? It's experienced terminal velocity. Yeah, well, it depends on whether or not you're falling, or how far you're falling, really. Or possibly on how you define terminal. But it's not an experience one gets to hold on to for very long, though. I see. Right. Right. While I'm waiting for things to occur, I have made a miscalculation here. We'll see how we do. $1 question is, if I did, am I going to live to regret my mistake? If not, well, you know. Didn't quite manage the clearance I was hoping for there. Also don't know where that engine core ended up. Just lobbed it in the hope that it was going to make the jump, but I think it could have gone down there, so it's probably up top, isn't it? There it is. So I'm not quite sure what these are for. Basic booster. Ah, okay. We can go over here because you're a bit different. Carbon dioxide output, huh? I'm guessing that's a water purifier of some kind. And fishing nets, yes, I remember. So. Wonderful. So my next question, I suppose, so one is meant to attach these two things, and can I attach them to my boat? Not like that. Anyway, I've got skills to build some stuff, but what? Fabricator, flamer pistol. Okay. Expert boat, petrol canister, generator, diesel container, recycler, generator, basic standing light. Small battery. Again, nothing that's vastly useful to me right now, I don't think. I could make a bunch of those, but storage. Arr. A stormy night. Just stepping in here has made it go much quieter. Biomass things are used to make these will make my hold on to them. Interesting. Can I make a display screen? Can. So right now, I'll make one of those. Oh, and you know, a frame, which apparently I don't have on me. Or do I? Oh, okay. Marine is off, should be on. Excellent. Looks to be fairly frontal. There we go. Some of that stored in there now. You got Werthers at the moment. You want to be careful with them, especially if you got the sugar-free ones. Good to know. Right. You didn't hide them in time, Steve. Flappy flappy. Don't know how much that needs to charge. I'm going to stick my neck out and go with to 100%. While we wait, let's harvest a bunch of stuff. This is not necessarily, well, I mean, it's going to drain my batteries a bit, which is not ideal, but lugging everything one by one down to the boat is not much more helpful in the grand scheme anyway. It's probably a bit more energy efficient, but for now, that'll do. It's good sound effects. Yeah, how's it going, Carl? Safe box. Always good. It's going to cost me 60. What more than I got? Cucumber again. Yeah. Got where we were going for a second then. Rain is off, should be on. Just chilling out then, Cal. That's all good. Right. Fueled up, ready. Ooh. Fueled up, ready to go. Wonderful. Alert, alert. You are cucumbered. Climb into my multicolored pile of shame. Into the pile of shame, you. And you. Right. Other than simply waiting for stuff to occur, maybe I should craft some more of these. A bit inefficient right now. Stick a wind generator on the back of the boat or something. The worst idea I've ever heard of. One on either side or something, and wire them in. Especially when travelling, that would seem to be more effective, wouldn't it? You generate your own sort of power as you use it then. Maybe some kind of induction loop or something. Works, I think. You could always use a bit of extra rubber. Seem to recall that being in somewhat short supply earlier. Extra steel. How many windows will I break? I mean, most of them. I made my own bridge, sorts. How are you doing? Nearly that. Yep. Take that. This thing's probably not going to go very far. They're a bit shit at being thrown. Oh, way overshot. I mean, there's hours of fun to be had there, just chucking stuff. The physics is quite cool. Schmack. There's a lack of breakage, which is a bit weird. Hi! Polluting the ocean by accident there. Oh, damn, I carried on in the ocean as well. Oh dear. Oh well. What's that shot look? Looks. Get down the hole, thank you. Right. Put some of this stuff in the recycler while we're at it. And I'll have plenty of stuff. on again. Try not to throw things off the back of the boat. After all that would be a bit of a waste of effort then. Is everything in it, pal? Yeah. Got a big metal frisbee there. Tires are quite fun with the way they fly. And then the way they bounce as well. Right. You're in there. Failed. I should have counted. Oh. I think my basketball skills are up to scratch. There are indeed underwater aspects from what I've seen, Steve. Whee. If you have a look at the Steam page, or I suppose the EGS page as well, would be an option. There's like screenshots and things like that hint at further stuff. Further than I'm going to be going, I think, or at least in the short term, you know. Later on we might get that far, but... You are cucumbered again. I know there are better organisational schemes than the one I'm currently employing, but... You know, it is what it is. Yeah, there's a lot of interesting stuff in the distance, for sure. Wait for now. Oh, there's a whole bunch of stuff up top that got stuck on the upper gantry, wasn't there? What was that? And something else bounced and flew off. There it is, in the water down there. Littering. Well, that kind of double back. Oh, that's interesting. Anyway. Must be over the line by now, right? What if so heavy it's making the world seem like it's moving? This isn't going to work, is it? Fine, you can go over here for now. I'll scrap you later. A bit light. Which means if this is not transmitting up there, everything must be charged. Or nighttime is drawing in, it's about to go dark, one or the other.
The relay is alive again. Data streams freely, revealing paths once hidden. Beyond these waters awaits the Lazarus Complex, humanity's greatest hope. Seek it out, Caretaker.
Now, I do believe I'm not allowed to go there yet. I will check momentarily, but I'm pretty sure I'm not. So that's been added. Feel that may be our destination eventually. So now another level. Loads of skills. What can I start crafting here? Diesel cylinder booster, engine cylinder booster, Lancer. A better torch. Okay, that seems appealing. Only fuelite. Petrol resource backpack. Okay. Store side, a medium storage container. That seems appealing. Bolt pistol. So we need a couple more levels before I can get medium batteries on the go. Interesting. Right. Feels like these might be fun. Although I don't know how useful flamer pistol will actually be. Are any rifle... Well, there's a rifle. So there we go. Bolt rifle appears down at level 11. Okay. So I feel like that will be a thing to aim for. And maybe not the bolt pistol. And eventually get to a flame pistol to replace my electric one. Maybe I do each. I think I'll not do that for now, though. Yeah, like petrol generators and things. Have their uses, but you have to keep them topped up with fuel, I assume. So, let me just quickly double check where I can and cannot go. Right, okay, yeah, I can't go to that spot that we've just unlocked. Lazarus, what's it? I can go to a couple of other places, though. I think one of them might even be worth a look, maybe, at this point. So, Lazarus Complex I can't go to yet. Under embargo terms, have been asked not to. However, we might see if there's anything else on the map, because there are a couple of places around. That spot springs to mind, but also somewhere else a bit further on that I want to try and get to. Probably. Yeah, this is where we are. Sanctuary Dock 37 is where we start off. There's that one. Don't know what that is. Can't go there. These are the places I can go here. Not that one. These ones here. And I feel like this probably a good bet. Because being able to acquire fuel seems like a good plan. Flying skeleton, black cloth outfits, nuclear winter reward. Something like that rings a bell. Yeah, it's not available anymore anyway. It might have been a temporary Fallout first one. Oh, its habitat node is labelled. That's where we can't go, I think. Okay. So, what I think we'll do... Probably start making our way over to that other place. I'm still wondering what these are, but... Now, I think we'll go looking for fuel. Okay. Lack of a better idea. You have some concerns that those things out there might be a little bit on the explodey side. I managed to bump into the dock a little bit. I doesn't wish to be picky, but it's behaving like I've left the handbrake on. A bunch of stuff out there floating behind me that I left behind now. Like a right ocean litter bug. Who's got a plan for the black one? And does it glow then, Steve? I assume that's telling me I'm heading straight where I want to be heading. I'm not entirely sure. Seems about right, actually, to be fair. Let's slow down a little bit. Yeah, it looks promising. 1.6k, and I'm about here. Out there is where I'm not allowed to go. Okay, so we should be fine. Yes. Full steam ahead. There she blows or something. Oh, that's interesting. I've done as much of the challenges as I can at the moment. I think there's some of the trick-or-treat stuff I haven't finished off yet, but otherwise, up to speed. Whew. What's the time? 4 in the morning. Much more to see when you're on that angle, is there? What's the wind doing? Quartering us. Well, not quite. Here comes the sun. Allegedly, we're heading... There it is. I just about see it on the horizon. Off we go. There I could go, and I think that big thing we can see in the distance, well, could see in the distance, is behind the post now, is where I'm not allowed to go. That thing's where I'm not allowed to go. I could go there, though. So there's the dock on this one, I wonder. It looks like it might be on the left here, but I can't see for sure. It's loading in. Yeah, cool. Still working a few things back in. It's been long enough. Giving me the opportunity to get them through other means is really unreasonable at this juncture, I wouldn't think. It's probably the left edge there. How's it going, Tango? You alright? Refuel outpost Gamma. Let's just do the smart thing and make sure I haven't effed this up. Yep, we're good. Need some binoculars or a telescope or something. Doesn't look like a dock there. Probably because it's not. See any docking options on the side here? Some pests out front there. Get off me boat. You see there's a lot of fenders over there. And I can't really tell if that's where I want to be or not. Guess we're gonna we're going around in a circle. I don't see any signs of mooring ropes or whatever they were called on there. But I also see no evidence that anywhere else would be a better bet either. Maybe this side would be. Looks promising, potentially. Throttle's a little unsubtle. There's a lot of wildlife there that might be problematic. Potentially. Can't see any sign of mooring connections there, but not necessarily a problem. I mean, there are certain advantages to keeping my distance, I think. For example, the wildlife might have a slightly harder time causing me mischief. We'll stop here. I'll get myself a bit of juice, and then we'll go and see what trouble we can get ourselves into. see what's over here. Right. Cool. Right. Petrol's in red, is it? Diesel in yellow. Okay. Diesel tanks. They look empty. Nearly empty, most of them. It's creepy. Yeah. Bunch of marine fenders, but no, nowhere to actually moor up to that I can see at the moment. It's petrol, okay. Also useful, potentially. Looks rather like it might produce as well as just be lootable. So the next question is about power. Oh lordy, that thing needs some power to eliminate some of the creepy crawlies. There's the general power thing. Is there anything around here? That might generate power. Doesn't look like right now. Interesting. Bowling balls. We can play Fallout again. Leave me alone. So I may have to build something to generate power. Turbine blade connector ports I would need. Cool. Oh joy. You don't mean to fall off there, but no one. The way it goes, isn't it? Don't know if this is a good idea or a bad idea, but I'm going to try it anyway. Right. Not dependent on daylight either. So for starters, we've got power in here. I'm not quite sure what advantage there is to that situation, but guess we'll find out, won't we? Don't get over here, thanks, Tingy. Feel like there must be some kind of control arrangement somewhere. Is there a way to get... I may have left that a little bit. Oh, I see. So those things come off fuel. That's okay. That's interesting. Okay, well, it's not great, but it's something. This doesn't seem to have... Right, almost out of power, so that's good to know about. This doesn't seem to have gained me much either. Other than some resources. Okay. Intriguing. So that seems like there is something happening with these cables. I'm not sure what, other than just the monstrosities that are climbing all over them. Right. So there's power going to those lights from this building because there's power in general, I think. Now then. God, too cocky. Let's run. Geronimo! Oh, not quite what I wanted, but hey. This robot is somewhat waterproof. Or at least not water soluble, anyway. Right, recharge my gun. It's a very chill game, even when stuff starts going wrong a bit. Ah. Gun sorted. Let's meat juiced up a bit. Let's a little health. Yeah, I don't really know what's, if there's a solution. I feel like there is a solution to this. It probably involves fire, but... no idea. But this might be a very, very stupid idea, but let's try it anyway. On the health there. Yep, I am out of juice, and that got me nowhere fast. Looks like that's me, isn't it? Let's see. Solar energy. Yeah, that's particularly helpful. It's not very helpful either. Okay. That doesn't look promising. Oh, no, that's definitely not promising. So I missed the button then. Fuck! Run away! Oh. Good jump. Nothing to see here. Everything's fine. I'm wondering what that green light out there is. It's not far, so let's go and swim over there and see if we get anything out of it. Green, it must be good, right? Oh, it's a storage thing. I don't think I'm very excited about any of that stuff. Bye! Angry slugs again. Jumping bodily into the ocean feels like a good move. For one's survival, you know things are going badly. So I need a way to clear off all of those horrible beasties. I don't currently possess one. A flamethrower pistol seems like a possibility. But I don't know if it's a good idea or not. Guess we'll give it a go. And I'm gonna need petrol resource backpack. Seems like a good idea as well. I'll go with that. We'll have to figure out how that's gonna work. And if I nice. So that's going to require alloy frame, connector ports, storage cylinder, and cooling radiator. Storage cylinder. One. That's going to require storage cylinder, alloy frame, and connector ports. Cool, I think. So, the good thing is, I've got a flamer pistol. Now I need to figure out how to get petrol to fuel it. Because I'm pretty sure the reason it's red is because it matches up with the petrol thing. Yeah, you got petrol input there. Interesting. Water. Methane. Oxygen. Diesel. Intriguing. What does this do and how do I use it? Petrol resource backpack. Okay, that goes there. Cool. Don't know how to use it, but sun is slowly creeping up, so maybe we'll have answers soon. Get away from me, you horrible leeches. That's diesel. We discussed how my Oblivion playthrough went, didn't we? I need the fuel cable, apparently. I don't have right now. Do I have the ability to craft one right now, though? No. Well, we can soon fix that, probably. Maybe. This master plan does seem to have a slight flaw. Oh wait, yeah, it can craft fuel cables. Cool. Right. Connect to the pistol first. Start that. The backpack is V. Cool. Guessing that's good. I think we're probably good there, aren't we? Alright. Do a little praying, I think. Holy shit. It overheats this thing, which is interesting. It's probably not a good idea, but... Something pretending to be progress, anyway. I've got enough fuel cable to get any further from the tank than that, unless I disconnect. They do look like weirdly like sentient nipples that are attacking me. These things. I don't know if this is exactly an efficient approach, but it does seem to be working. I don't know if there's an indicator anywhere for the temperature on this thing. It does overheat and then stop, I think. This tank is about to run out, isn't it? It's not the end of the world. Although it may be a short-term problem. Right. Struggling a little bit here, I think. Sort of hit reg and stuff. Although that could be me, but I'm not sure. Right. Can't tell if I'm making progress here or not. I need a much larger flamethrower. Need a bigger sword. Gotta put a cat foot in the chest. No. The cat is just over there on the sofa and is absolutely dead to the world. He is zonked. It's very comfy. I feel like I might be out of my depth here. I don't know. I feel like this thing can produce both these, probably can produce both diesel and petrol, but I wouldn't know how to get it doing that. There's some electricity coming in, power in the place. Not a lot, but a little. That looks relevant to clear off, but I don't think I have a means to do that at the moment. And the other question, is it possible that in there might be relevant, but is there maybe... No, there doesn't look to be. There might be something useful over there, but it's not looking likely. Habitat node is highlighted over there, which makes me wonder if maybe I should have gone there first instead of here. Just stuff stored, but not very helpful right now. No. I'm none the wiser at this point. Yeah, I can only guess this is a little bit early for me. So I clearly need to do something to burn all of that off in one big go, because at least I'm guessing I do. It feels like attacking this with a flamethrower is not making much in the way of progress. Small kind of globules here and there, but the greater mass, not so much. So, I think what we're going to... What the fuck is that? Attached to the back of a boat. Fishing net? Trawling thing, maybe? Could be. So I think maybe we head off to the habitat there and see what happens, because I think I'm rather overcumbered and can't sprint. Yeah, I think I am out of my depth here. Okay, so should be fine. Right. So it'll be cucumbered, but not as bad. Fine. So we go back to our little split and pile in a heap approach. Now that's probably the play. What's that? Yeah, I think we're okay. There we are. Better. So yeah, I think we'll head off elsewhere. See if we have more luck, because I think that's beyond my means right now. And I'm sorry to say, I need to charge up a bit as well. Health. Save. Get upstairs and charge up rather than wasting cables and stuff for now. Let's see how the boat's doing once we get moving. Cool. Frame rates are a bit up and down, but again, pretty early access, not terribly surprising. On we go then. So much mistaken. I see. I'm pointing off in this way. I want to be going that way. That's okay, isn't it? Yeah, okay, cool. Fuel is not terrible. Power is not amazing, but not terrible either. Well, leave that place behind. That really did not work out so well for us. It's pumping out some pollutants out the back of the boat there. Big old diesel engine. Definitely not ideal. See the route we took today, went up that way and did a little loop around, and now we're going back down this path. Fairly long run, but we'll be fine. Refuel outpost Gamma. Did not go well. Well, it was interesting, but yeah, not massively successful. Not much wind. 30 degrees C. Doesn't look it, but okay. Based on other things. Maybe some visibility, I guess. Boat condition. Boat health, I guess. Time of day. Halfway there. I'm guessing the sun will come up just in time for us to arrive. Maybe. Maybe not. Arriving in the dark could be challenging. Disappointed. I brought the bed on board thinking I could rest and maybe sleep through the night so I didn't have to wait the whole time, and it was not to be. So I'm lugging around that bed for no reason, I guess. At least for now. I may find out there was a reason at some point in the future. My character rotates with the direction I'm facing inside the cockpit. It's a bit weird. With a bridge or what have you. Something was beeping and I don't know what. Slowed down a bit. just because it's dark and that destination of ours is not far off. A nighttime thunderstorm. A storm at sea would look quite spectacular, but also bloody terrifying. We wouldn't want to get struck by, well, we wouldn't want to get struck by lightning on land, let alone at sea, but... Can't see anything emerging from the gloom. Oh wait, yeah I can. Just about. Just about see something. Wonderful. There's a decent amount of fuel and power that this boat can hold. More concerned about the diesel situation than the electric situation right now. I've got some diesel on board, but not a vast amount. Glowy lights out there. So I'm guessing those horrible leeches or whatever they are. So we've supposedly arrived at this habitat module. Not sure what the lowdown there is right now. It says fart on the side of it. There's lots of shit in the sea over there. I just sailed right past a mine and didn't hit it, so that's a win. Well, this will be a bit of light by the time we turn around. Probably. Getting darker and darker, to be honest. Something coming towards me in the water there, or does it look like it? What? This does look like the best side to approach from, doesn't it? I think a slightly wider angle might be the way here, otherwise I'm going to have a maritime accident. Yeah, it always struck me as a slightly ironic joke, that one, given that you actually can't nuke Vault 76. I'm guessing there must be lore to be found, because I'm seeing mines in what look like mines in the water, but I don't really understand why at this stage. I am curious. We're getting there, aren't we? Slow and steady. We go. Jesus. Well, the boat was going to bloody sink then. Can the boat sink? I don't have an answer to that question, and I probably should. Interesting. Ooh. It was a rifle something or other. Short circuiting rounds. Ah, an ammunition type, okay. It would appear to be out of fuel. There's a question, I think several questions actually. Suppose they like light very much, do they? Do I use that backpack I filled up? Wow. Hmm. damaging me here. Keep from these things, maybe. Interesting. Interesting indeed. Just burn, you little shite. I get the feeling they kind of reproduce if you don't destroy them all, but... Oh, okay, we're working now. Cool. I think. Go up here. See what's what. Much, okay. Oh, that's empty now. Okay, fair enough. Right, I see. Notch. Boo! Leave up balls. Oh, you nipply monster. I believe I saw that's diesel, isn't it? Not petrol, which is what I need. That's petrol. Yeah, I don't think that was quite supposed to go like that. Oh, idiot. Well, I'm topped up, but I threw the fuel thing somewhere because it all went a bit crazy. Still a few kinks to be ironed out, I think. Catch you later, Cal. Have a good night. Yeah, I don't know what I was expecting here, but well, what I got. That doesn't open. Okay. Interesting. So I think all we're getting here is resources, not actually anything particularly resembling forward motion, which is a little unfortunate. I mean, not that resources are a bad thing to have, but... yeah. Interesting. Ah, sploosh. There's a mooring cable attached to the boat that I don't recall attaching. Oh, it's the anchor cable. Okay. I think. Weird. I assume that's supposed to be the anchor cable. Would make sense. I wonder if perhaps I can't really get much further until I'm able to advance the story, but I don't think I'm able to do that right now. Have a good night. No, sorry, I didn't see that. Heading out. No worries, Carl. I'm finding it quite interesting myself. I'm looking forward to checking some more out. I'm hitting roughly the only place I haven't been that I can go is here. This is where I'm allowed to explore. That I don't know anything about, not been mentioned, so I'm leaving that. And that I can. So it's the last thing I haven't checked out. But I feel like I'm not going to get any further, really, unless I do this Lazarus Come Forth and go to the next spot, the Lazarus complex. But I can't go there until early access is just on the horizon. So the embargo, I think, is 2 days before the early access comes up. So in that regard, I have to wait. Fine. There and all that. But does leave me with questions. So all I found here is a little bit of resources. Oh, it was way closer to that than I wanted to be. And the other spot had more useful resources, but the fuel spot that we were at before. But again, I don't think I had the equipment to deal with the infestation yet. A camera that I can probably use. Don't have any trash to deposit. That's interesting. I assume there are better options for storing these things coming on down the line that I need to look into, but right now I don't think that's going to happen. I think so too. That's fine. So I do the spot up a bit. Getting a bit close to a collision, so let's make sure that doesn't happen. Sun going down? Yeah, it is. It's not convenient time. I thought I might come back here more up and then kind of in a stable position, or as stable as we can get for now. We are moving forward, but not at too much of a lick, I don't think. Turn that off a little bit, make sure I'm not going to a collision. So without forward momentum, we don't turn. Interesting, because I think I did have a small collision now. I did miscalculate that. Okay, that's fine. So oh, this will be fine, or I'm going to get dragged very rapidly backwards, one or the other. Oh, the ladders on the boat. I can't see them. Okay. Right. You get a little nibbled there by the nasty sea slugs, but that's fine. Cool. Standing a few sluggies. We're okay. Is there anything else I was going to try and... Yeah, I'm not going to be able to break that thing down by shoving it in the machine. I'm going to need to do it this way. It's a little bit chunky for that. Yeah, it should be a little overcome, I've got an entire forklift truck in my pocket. Right. Okay, for now. Stuff doesn't stay quite where it's put, but hey. It's going to be handy. Cool. Should charge myself, shouldn't I, before I save? That'd probably be wise. Zip, zip, zip. My pistol is not... My flame pistol has not really got any fuel right now. I should have an electric one in here. Cool. It doesn't have a charge either right now, but actually that is easier to correct for the moment. Yep. Nice. Well, for another evening, I think we're about that point in time, aren't we? That is actually working. So yeah, that's fun. I'm looking forward to playing a bit more of this. I think that'll have to be when the embargo lifts now, because I don't think we're going to get a great deal further. Oh, thank you for the sub, Carl. I got snuck in a bit there. Reminds me, one of these days I'll just get my backside in and give and actually redo my destroying everything. Redo my alerts. Scribble a note and see if that helps. Didn't last time, but you know. I need to relearn how to set them up and do it all from scratch again, and blah, it's going to be an arse. Because they stopped working for some reason. I think things have changed on Stream Elements since I last faffed around with it. So something to do eventually when I get myself into gear. Anyway, yeah, interesting game. Very, very chill. Looking forward to playing a bit more when we can actually advance a bit and hopefully make something that feels like a bit more progress. Because we can have a look at one other place, but I get the feeling that it's not going to progress me much further anyway. Because, yeah, like I say, I'm not really equipped to deal with anything major at the moment. And the next way forward on that, other than levelling, would be progress the story, which I can't do. So that will be 4th of November for me, 6th for you guys, I believe, which is 2 weeks today. So yeah, we'll have a look at that. This will probably be going into game number 2 slot for that, which is fine, or whichever way you want to look at it. As per, until Burning Springs, I'm in no tearing rush to dive back into streaming 76 at the moment, because it's just the same thing over and over and over. So I'll have to have a ponder as to what we might do next week, or at least for a bit, because Wednesday is when... actually, I know what we're going to do, at least some of it anyway. Wednesday is when The Outer Worlds 2 comes out, and I want to check that out. Have I had any whispers or anything from Obsidian? Not yet, no. Although there are some things I need to check, apparently. Look at that. Oh, that's annoying. Oh, that's why. Love of. The universe is out to get me again. Caps lock on, so my password didn't work, and then general awkwardness. Yep, still no word. Wasn't really expecting that to be, but after all that, yeah, either way, we're going to play The Outer Worlds 2 next week, so that'll be Wednesday. I think it's either out tonight or tomorrow, I think, if you've bought early access to The Outer Worlds 2, which I haven't, so yeah, there is that. I didn't enjoy the first game enough to take a risk on a big old punt on the second game yet. I'm hoping this one will land better with me than the first one did. I have a feeling it might, just looking at what I've seen of it so far. But for now, we'll go with the Game Pass route for safety's sake, unless they're kind enough to send me a key, which I'm guessing they're not going to do, but that's fine. That's fair play. Speaking of keys again, I should probably remind, this is the key for The Last Caretaker, I should say, was provided by Channel 37, the developer. Yeah, it was 37. Number always flies out of my head. Yeah, the key for this game was provided by the developer, so FYI on that front. But yeah, it'd be nice to have a look at some more of this. So, Outer Worlds 2 next week, and then I'm going to take a look at, probably tomorrow, The Road to Vostok, which is a Stalker-esque indie game, solo dev. And I've had one eye on it for a while, so we'll see how it actually looks in its sort of pre-early access stage. It had a Steam Next Fest demo, sort of final demo before it goes into early access, which I have installed and would like to check out, because I think it might be cool. There's a bit of base building in there, there's a bit of sneaking around in the borderlands between Finland and Russia and that sort of stuff, so we'll see how that game pans out. Might be interesting. Either way, something to check out probably tomorrow. And then we'll see what happens after that, won't we? Might do something different for a couple of days next week. Might do some more Road to Vostok if it works out. Oh, we'll see what else is going on. I don't think I have a lot installed other than that. I mean, a few bits, but nothing that fits the right size, really. That's not really the right sci-fi vibe, is it? It's a bit better. So yeah, a couple of good things coming up anyway. Kind of in that awkward middle phase where we're kind of waiting to hit the next thing as we've just gotten to the end of the last one. Well, there we go. It'll be fine. So, thank you for hanging out in the meantime. We'll be back at some bits and pieces next week. And tomorrow as well. So, speaking of tomorrow, there'll be a brief roundup on the Fallout Day stream that Bethesda did earlier today, or Fallout Day broadcast, whatever you want to call it. My nose is tickly now. Tomorrow, and then a video probably on Saturday as well. That's my plan. Beyond that, we'll see how it goes with the video front. We'll play it by ear. I have to dive into a new build soon, I think. I did my Halloween camp. If you haven't seen that one, check that out. And yeah, definitely time to follow up with something else. I've got a couple of maybe ideas that I might have to play around with. So we'll see how that goes. And yeah, one thing at a time really now, isn't it? This is that kind of downward slope before we come back up again in December again, I think. It's that kind of ebb and flow, isn't it? Still, it's cool. Looking forward to streaming some bits and pieces anyway. So, if you haven't already, like, subs, notification bell, all that good stuff. Social media links in the description for updates and things, and channel memberships down below if you want to support the channel. I do appreciate. But for now, have yourselves a good rest of your evening. Have a good day tomorrow. Look after yourselves. Stay safe. I will see you around about 8 o'clock for probably a little bit of something different. The road to Vostok. Should be fun. So, until then, look after yourselves. I will see you around about 8 o'clock tomorrow. No, folks. Have a good one.